All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with GEC NASCAR. We're going to be out here at Michigan. This is going to be an amazing race for the Lakeside Lightning 300. This is going to be the NPC Cup Series. Hopefully these guys got some good strategy tonight because this is going to be a hell of a race. I am super excited to be here tonight. Obviously, up in the booth, as always, you got myself, Jamie G, and we got Kyle Simmons. Simmons, how we doing tonight?
We're doing great. I am so excited for this race.
Yeah, this is going to be a great race. I can't wait for these guys to be able to redeem themselves. A little bit more cautions than last week than we wanted to see, but I think they're going to come out here and knock this one out of the park. And as always, we also have Austin Swanson. Austin, how we doing tonight, buddy?
Doing well. I love coming out to Michigan. This is a track we do pretty much every year. Drivers love this track as well, so I'm expecting a nice green flag race.
Yeah, you and me both. These guys are getting out here for qualifying right now. It looks like our lineup is going to start to show here in a moment. That practice was pretty good. Those guys were doing a decent job out there on that drafting, but they're going to have some kind of strategy with a little bit of teamwork. Coming out to these drafting tracks, you always want to have some teammates around you to be able to try to propel you forward. But I'll tell you, most of the time when I'm out here, I find myself just working with random people. So you're going to have to feel those drivers out and make sure that you're around people that you can trust, because if they just leave you out to dry, you could fall back pretty quickly. It looks like these guys are out there right now running around. We're about to start to see that lineup come into play. But let's go ahead and look at a little bit of information real fast as we pull up our weather and racing information. 150 laps out here. That's a long way, guys, for Michigan. 150 laps, 300 miles. It looks like we're at 71 degrees with 67% moisture. Partly cloudy, 12-mile-an-hour winds. Like I said, 150 laps on a 2-mile track. That makes it 300 miles. This is going to be an amazing race. Temperature out there right now on the track is going to be 94 degrees. So that's going to be a pretty hot track. If it gets any hotter, those guys might have to worry about getting loose on those cold tires. But we'll see what happens out there. I'm excited. As these drivers come across for their first set of laps, Caleb Ellswick and Dustin Haynes in there. Looks like all those guys are coming around for their first laps now as we see them start to populate. Let's go ahead and take a look. It looks like so far at the top it's going to be Chapman with Ellswick right behind him. Cochran, Birkmeyer, Menchaca, Haynes, Dunn, Campbell, and Lynch all have laps in so far.
We got Marino coming around. I see he's using the full width of the track to see what he said. He was fast.
Yeah, he was super fast in practice, but wasn't able to edge out Malone. Malone's still coming out on that top spot. Malone likes to come in there and qualify a little bit later so he can see what he has to beat. Chapman's still on the list up at the top right now. McCabe taking that second spot away, and his brother right behind him in third place. So let's see what happens here in a moment.
Looks like Marino used the full width of the track and touched the wall. Looks like he might not be putting a lap down. He'll get up there. He'll fight his way up.
Yeah, we're normally used to seeing him up towards the front for those IT and out guys. Looks like a Dirty South Racing team member is taking that top spot. Chapman just not being able to be knocked off. He is going to be up on the top podium right now for 38.19, which is a pretty fast time out there.
Let's go.
Both McCabe brothers are still out on the track, but I'm not sure how.
Look at them. They practice together, huh?
Yeah, they must have, because they're second and third right now. And they're both, looks like they're both going to be coming in. Everybody else coming in. Malone's still out on the track. He's coming to a stop. Malone back in 7th place.
Kiernan replicating his practice runs, being fast. He's in 4th right now.
Well, as we go take a look real quick at last week's race, let me bring that up. Looks like Marino Jr. topping out Malone just barely for that win last week out here at, why does this, it says Spa? They weren't at Spa last week.
That is not correct.
That is not correct. Oh, Las Vegas. Okay, yeah. I was about to say there was no way they were at Spa last week, but in
There
Marino,
are spas in Las Vegas.
yeah, they were they were coming out on top with Marino, Malone in second place, and Shane Cochran stealing away that third place. But it looks like right now Chapman, McCabe, and McCabe leading the top three. Kiernan in fourth. Good to see Kiernan up there. Kiernan qualified really well tonight. Craighead in fifth. Yeah, no, he was really fast. Craighead in fifth place. Harris, Malone, Lane, Caswell, and Marino leading out your top 10. A lot of good drivers up there, but not who we expected. This is going to be really interesting for the start of this race here at Michigan for the Lakeside Lightning 300. Again, thank you all for coming. Like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content. And we're about to go green flag here in a moment. But before we do, as always, we'll see you back for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as these guys start to get moving, we'll go ahead and go over our starting grid. In that first row, Jason McCabe and Chapman. Chapman going to be P1 on this one. Looks like he's deciding to start down low. Row 2, Lee Kiernan and Josh McCabe. Row 3 is going to be Justin Harris and Craighead. Row 4, R. Lane and Jacob Malone, both IT and out drivers. Row 5, Marino Jr. and Garrett Caswell. Row 6, Justin Openchowski and that IT guy, Caleb Ellswick. Row 7, Shane Cochran and Logan Wilson. Row 8 is Darren Bruce and Michael Boone. Row 9, Hunter Birkmeyer and Joseph Barrow. Row 10, Michael Menchaca and Wesley Lynch. Row 11, Dustin Haynes and Kenneth Gallman. Row 12, Chris Campbell, Reggie Jug Evans Jr. Row 13 will be Brad Wilson and Kay Dunn. And then row 14 will be Kyle Simmons and Jay Marion. Simmons not actually in the race. We're about to go green flag racing right now, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Green flag is out for the first time here tonight. Lakeside Lightning 300 is underway. Big shakeup right there. Just trying to figure out where they want to go. 3 wide already. Justin Obuchowski to the outside with number 48.
seemed like a natural progression there. Oh yeah, they're evening back out here. Fighting for position. We got Harris and 77 here. It's Caswell and Harris.
Chapman able to maintain that lead for a little bit. Harris has been pretty fast too throughout the season. He's moving around back there behind Craighead and Caswell.
You can't count him out. He's just someone you just never can count on.
Man, they are all 4 wide coming into 1 and 2. As we see it shake out, it looks like McCabe moving up into the front position. Jason McCabe and Chapman fighting it out there for the lead. Kiernan also making his name known up front, taking that 3rd spot away. Jacob Malone pressing 4th.
Ooh, contact.
That was close. Good job. A lot of movement going on. We're going to see everybody start to pick their own lanes here soon. Everybody's going to start to separate a little bit once those tires start to wear off. Michigan, not a big tire wearer for me. It doesn't really affect my tires too much, but after, 15, 20 laps, you're definitely going to start to see those cars move into different lanes to try to find their way.
You see him some clean hair right here. And once that evens out, yeah, that's where the real tire strat starts to take place.
On the outside of Chapman right there. Chapman falling back to 5th place. Jason McCabe is now taking the lead. Jacob Malone right there in 2nd. Kiernan still maintaining that 3rd spot. So we'll go over and we'll do our favorite segment of the night. Who's your pick? Who you got, Simmons?
Oh, my pick of the night? Oh, man. Well, you know what? I'm picking Kiernan. I think
that's great.
He's put in the work. He was unfamiliar, and I think he's put in the work, and it's showing right now.
Yeah, I agree. And you stole my pick away. I was definitely going to pick Kiernan.
We did the same thing they did.
Absolutely. But that's all right. That's okay. Honestly, to tell you the truth, for tonight, I see Justin Openchowski doing some good things tonight. He's been pushing really hard.
Yeah.
He deserves a win, and I think we're going to see OCS in the winter circle tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the number 96.
All right.
Well, we're starting to see them stagger out a little bit. The cars starting to separate quite a bit more. Remember, no stages, so they're going to go, if they go green, it's going to be 300 miles.
I am so excited.
I like how...
a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I like how they go, as you see them during the straights and the back stretches, you'll see them all line up pretty evenly in a single file line. And then as they come into the corner, you see how different everybody's line is. It's just amazing to see how people race this track so differently. Still got a good bunch up in the back right there, though. Barrow fighting his way on the backside of Cochran and Campbell.
This track evolves in such a way, too,
Oh, 100%. In-car cameras today. Let's go ahead and take a look at Barrow and see how he's doing in that car. I was gonna say he looks pure focused, but he's looking down to his right down there. Barrow currently in 24th. He must have fallen back a little bit because of an issue. We've seen him down low in that backstretch. going to be given the position of Brad Wilson in that number 37, but he's going to be right there behind Shane Cochran. Shane Cochran, no slouch, as well as Barrow. Those guys, I imagine we're going to see them start to move up towards the front. But being as far back as they are, they really don't have to worry about, you know, the big, huge group up. Barrow on the outside of Shane Cochran right now. Cochran's taking that lower line. Barrow's taking a little bit of the higher line. And in all honesty, if it's me, Simmons, I'm going to be taking that high line as well.
Yeah.
I'm really not going to try to mess with that low line. I think it's going to really affect those tires quite a bit. Bunch of focus with Barrow. He's got that GEC trophy in the background back there. Previous Truck Series champion.
And you know, I don't know this new tire model. I haven't raced this car much, but there is a strat given the low line at Michigan has that maintenance. If you stick to it, there is a strat. And now they're using that maintenance to their advantage.
Couple shout outs in the chat already. Looks like Let's Go from JK. Appreciate you coming out. Let's Go Outlaw from Adolescence. Like always, thank you for being here. Mama in the chat for Caswell. Thank you so much, Mama, for attending all the races. I know he wants to make you proud tonight. I talked to him before the race. He wasn't feeling super confident, but I know he's got the support he needs to come out with a victory tonight. And then we got Kerry Bruce out there. Let's Go Dirty South. If anything, those guys are definitely dominant drivers. I expect to see the Dirty South team out front too. Reggie Jug Evans Jr. part of that Dirty South right now, number 26th. Normally we see Reggie up towards the front. A lot of filtering out going there. It looks like a bunch of drivers single file, but they're going to be like, it's just amazing to see all these cars on different lines in the corners. No, it looks like nobody's running the same line.
Oh, yeah. Clean air. The top is lined up pretty good. They're all
Looks like Jason McCabe is still up in the lead with Jacob Malone behind him. Lee Kiernan still maintaining that third spot as well. He's got to be careful though. Kiernan's got Marino right on his backside. We already know Marino's quite fast. But Craighead right there behind Marino as well. And then you got Openchowski that's now moved up to 6th place. Amazing start for the Lakeside Lightning 300 here in Michigan. Perfect weather for racing. These guys are going to dominate all night long. Caswell down on the inside of Harris. They're 3 wide with the other McKay brother in the 36, but they start to filter out. Caswell back behind Harris, not able to make it happen. Harris now side by side with McCabe. He's looking to take that spot away. McCabe up into 8th spot. Harris 9th. Kiernan dropping back to 6th place. Something must have happened back there. Let's take a look. Hopefully those tires aren't starting to fall off already. But that gives the position to Marino, Craighead, and Openchowski that passed. Openchowski now up into the top 5 for the first time tonight. McCabe still dominating with that time. Doing a great job of keeping Malone behind him. Justin Harris is starting to move forward as well, up into the 8th spot, right there behind one of the McCabe brothers in that 36. It's going to be Josh McCabe.
that lead pack. They're fighting.
Yeah, I just seen them. They were 3 wide there coming in out of 3 and 4. Campbell also in the mix. Our lane down on the bottom. They're going to cut it. Looks like almost 3 wide again. Not quite. Haynes, he's been doing really well this season. I
Yeah,
to see a lot of him.
Shooting level is so steady. Never go.
As they move up behind Garrett Caswell. Garrett Caswell trying to chase down Brett Meyer for that 10th spot. He wants to move up into the top 10 and stay there. Did we get a good look at what field strategy was looking like? How many laps do you think they're getting off these tanks?
What they got? I did hear like a 21. I don't know if it's 20. I love those stops, but it could be.
Looks like the reason why Kiernan dropped back was because there was a little incident between Marino and him. Marino able to take that spot away, but Kiernan dropping back 3 spots, back to 6th place.
He's got Harris approaching him now. Like they're just gonna get back and stay with the lead pack and run their race.
I wouldn't. Looks like he's more relaxed on the top side. It's like a lot of the people are shooting that bottom, but you're getting so much momentum coming off of that top side that I don't know if the bottom lane's gonna be able to keep up. But look at that, Harris side by side with Kiernan going into 3 and 4. Incredible racing by Harris trying to take that spot away up into the top 5.
Can't pull off the slide job there. Almost did.
Good job by those drivers by not making contact, causing an incident out of that. Woo, a little bit of contact between Harris and Kiernan there. Getting Kiernan a little loose. Kiernan able to maintain it. That's going to give Harris the advantage. Kiernan now down low. Kiernan not able to stick right there with it. Harris is going to be able to keep that position. Let's check out our fast 5 for 5. Kenneth Coleman running the fastest lap out of the last 5 laps, 38.91 and 17th. Opinchowski right there behind him with 38.96 and 4th. Harris, 30. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, we got pit stops going.
Already?
Yeah.
Kiernan, Haynes, and Barrow all coming in. Yeah, no, definitely, absolutely. I didn't realize we were going to have pit stops so early. It's only lap 22, but a lot of the drivers are still out there. Do you think this...
Oh, so it looks like my info's close. Mid-20s is... Yep, alright, yeah. So mid-20s is... Yeah. These guys did the undercut, looking to get going.
Yeah, it looks like we got a bunch of other drivers coming in. Josh McCabe, Jacob Malone, Marino Jr., Chapman, Caswell, Lynch, Bruce, Wilson, Dunn, and Cochran all coming in. Pit lane's popular right now. Let's hope they can all get in and out without a problem. Looks pretty good so far. First one off is going to be Malone. Nice little race off of pit road. Gabe coming out right there behind Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce doing a short stop.
We got Dusty who's the lead. The last one just crossed the line. Now let's see where they catch him.
Oh yeah. Harris, Openchowski, McCabe, Lane, Birkmeyer, Gallman. The rest of the field is now coming in for pits. That's really going to shake this race up. I don't know if it was Openchowski out first in that last group.
Man, what a huge. Is that he just pit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like all of them are now coming back out onto the track and molding back with the field. Logan Wilson's now coming down into the pits with Caleb Ellswick and Michael Boone. Let's see if those late pit stops are going to help those guys out. That's all IT and out drivers right there up front, 1, 2, and 3.
Race is all jumbled up. I can't wait for them to get back to this pit strategy. What's happening?
Well, let's take a look here. So Malone now jumping out to the lead. Like I said, I knew he did a short stop. He only wound up taking 2 tires, where Openchowski 2 tires. It looks like the whole top 5 only took 2 tires. Chris Campbell, Hunter Birkmeyer as well. Marino taking 4 tires, coming out in 5th. McCabe 2, Harris 4. It's just a jumbled mess of 4 and 2 tire pit stops. But is that going to give them the advantage that they're looking for over the 4 tire guys? I'm not sure.
I have to guess they're going to do every other. They're going to go lefts, rights, or vice versa. And then cut the time every pit stop. That's my best guess.
Well, after that first pit stop,
Run well, you do damage.
yeah, absolutely, I agree. But is it going to give them that benefit that they're looking for? Now, I think the IT and out guys had a really good strategy of coming in late. They're going to be able to push to the end, because if this goes green flag, it's going to come down to fuel and pit stops, right? How many pit stops did you take? How much fuel did you take? It looks like these guys are pretty separated.
Whereas the two tire guys, they'll have their position in a short stop. So it can work out either way. There's a lot.
Let's go ahead and ride along with our other driver that gave us their camera tonight. We're going to go ahead and ride along with Shane Cochran. He's going to be back there in 13th spot. He moved up quite a bit since the last time we were talking about him. Go ahead and take a look. Cochran can't really judge his look because he's always got that VR on, but I am sure he is focused under that thing. Every time he comes out of that thing, big old creases across his, he's sweating like crazy.
How do we know it's even him? I can't tell.
Yeah, it could be his brother-in-law racing. I don't know. But it looks like he's going to be right there with K Dunn moving down on the inside. Cochran favoring that bottom line a little bit. Very incremental movements on the steering wheel. But he is cruising at 192 miles an hour around Michigan. That is crazy fast. Cochran in the podium last week, 3rd place. Great to see him up there. I'm looking forward to seeing him in the podium again, if not in the winner's circle. Yeah, see, it looked like our lane just went right through those guys like they were standing still. Dusty Haynes as well.
Yeah.
You said Malone's pulling away?
Yeah, he's got almost 2 seconds. Or, yeah, almost 2 seconds. Upinchowski is catching, though. The gap has decreased.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's only about a quarter of a turn off. That's also an issue, though. He's out there by himself. He doesn't really have that draft, but neither does Malone. Looks like he's only 1.59 down now, but Opinchowski also only taking 2 tires. Yeah, he's gaining.
Catching.
He is gaining. Good job by those OCS drivers, always coming out and putting on a show. Campbell up to 3rd place, up 21 spots. Incredible.
Wow.
Let's check out some of our biggest gainers. And it is going to be Chris Campbell, up 21 spots in 3rd place. Hunter Merkmeyer is up 11 spots in 7th. That's going to be another one of those OCS drivers. Opinchowski, his teammate, right underneath him, up 10 spots in 2nd. And Dustin Haynes, up 8 spots in 14th. Darren Bruce, 8 for 8. So he has moved up 8 spots and now he's in 8th place. Just incredible driving, I'll tell you. I was excited to see they had a pit stop coming in. But man, Opinchowski has now closed another half-second gap on Malone. He is catching fast.
And there are people right behind him, too. Malone's in for, they found him.
They found him. Absolutely, they found him. Yeah, he just closed another half-second gap on him. Malone looking like he's going to be in a little bit of trouble here soon. Well, that's all right. We're kicking it back with Lee Kiernan back in 17th spot. He's going to be right there behind Joseph Barrow. Back up with Garrett Caswell in 11th. Caswell fighting Chapman, seeing if he can get back into that top 10 spot. Gallman in the chat, thumbs up for the Skidmark Motorsports. Not where we want to see Skidmark right at the moment. Kiernan back in 17th, Gallman back in 19th, Michael Menchaca in 21st. I don't know, man. Those IT and out drivers, it looks like they dropped back all the way to 25, 26, and 27th off that last pit stop. There could be some kind of strategy in play that we're not seeing. I can barely hear you. There you go.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep, you're fixed. You're good to go. Yeah, you know, you're good.
Maybe it could be the fuel strat. If they can save a pit stop, that's going to be a massive amount of time.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. That's a lap and a half at least. Jacob Malone has been passed by Opinchowski. Opinchowski now up into first for the first time tonight. Opinchowski's going to be right behind those IT and out drivers. He's going to be passing them, putting them a lap down. Michael Blumenau goes a lap down. Ellswick a lap down. Wow. Opinchowski just incredibly fast out there tonight. Jacob Malone now Marino passing him. Marino in second place. That's going to give the advantage to Harris, too. Harris right in front of Malone. Harris now takes third. Just incredible racing out here by Openchowski, doing a great job. Let's see if he can gain a little bit of a gap right there, a little bit of a safety cushion, as you will. And again, Openchowski only taking those 2 tires. Huge advantage for him.
He's using them well, too. Look, he's just pulling.
Yeah, he's pulling away.
Harris is catching, too. But I think Harris is on the 4. Let's see if that works out.
Harris was on 4, yeah. Let's go ahead. We can take a look right now. Yeah, Harris definitely took 4 tires. Marino Jr. took 4 tires, but everybody else pretty much behind them. Campbell, Malone, McCabe, they all took 2 tires. And it does look like the advantage comes to the 4-tire pit stops. They have now caught up to Openchowski, and it looks like Openchowski gets loose up into the wall right there, giving the advantage to Harris. Harris now in the lead. Pressure on Openchowski to do it well. Openchowski not giving up. He's going to be on the outside of Harris. He's not going to give it up easy. Looks like Marino wants to split him 3 wide almost. Openchowski just not able to do it. Harris and Marino now passing for first and second place, pushing Openchowski back to second in the clutches of Campbell. But Campbell only got those 2 tires as well. Absolutely incredible racing by those front guys at the moment. Looks like we're jumping back with Malone. Malone's falling back a little bit more in the clutches of Jason McCabe. McCabe right on his outside right there. Something must have happened to that number 60. Looks like McCabe taking it quite easily. I can see Barrow's camera. He's just having a good old time. He's laughing and
where's the
he's having a good time.
Battle. There's we got 6 cars here battling it out.
Yeah. Oh wow.
That battle too. Oh yeah, big door bump and stuff. Oh, they're duking it out back here.
Kiernan going up high, cutting down in front of Barrow. Barrow got Cochran right behind him. GEC Ninja right there.
Field ahead of them. Yeah, we're in. Looks like we got the leaders, some stragglers, and some packs.
Just incredible racing by these Cup guys, man. They're making it look easy out there.
Yeah, the IT and out boys are back in that second pack. They made their way back up. Whatever it is.
Well, it still looks like Logan Wilson, Caleb Ellswick, Michael Boone, and Hunter Burkmeyer are all now lapped down. This Kyle Simmons guy hasn't even started the race.
Yeah. I never made it out of the booth. They got free food up here.
Ooh, contact with the wall with the number 48 of Marino. Trying to catch up with Harris. Justin Openchowski still right there behind him. He's not giving up. Caswell. Yeah, they should be starting here right either right now or the next couple laps. Garrett Caswell now makes his way up into the top 10. He's number 8, looking to hunt down Chapman. Chapman, our pole winner today. Couple cars already on pit road. Joseph Barrow and Dustin Haynes for Outlaw Performance. Looks like they're opting into those early pit stops rather than the later ones like the ITNL Esports Group. Bunch of cars now down into pit lane. Malone, Lynch, Cochran, Wilson, and Marion all down into pit lane. Let's see who wins the race off of pit road. That is definitely going to be Malone, but we got a bunch of other drivers coming down in now. It's going to be Marino Jr., Openchowski, McCabe, Chapman, Caswell, Gallman, Craighead, Menchaca, Bruce, and Dunn all coming down in. Marino now coming out quickly, but McCabe right there in front of him. Openchowski also coming out. Looks like Harris coming in there by himself. Nope, Harris, Lane, McCabe, Campbell, and Reggie Evans Jr. coming in. Go ahead and take a look. Looks like the guys that just came in are all lead. They're about to get passed here in a moment by Marino Jr.
These guys are getting the lap back.
It looks like all the IT and out guys did, but they're still gonna have to come into pit lane. Harris somehow comes out right side by side with Chapman or with Marino. Go ahead and take a look and see what these drivers did. Marino 4 tires, Harris 4 tires, McCabe 2. That's how McCabe came out so quick. Malone 4, Openchowski 4. The other McCabe brother with 2. Josh McCabe. Campbell 4. Looks like a majority of the drivers took 4. Wilson, Ellswick, and Boone all taking two tires. On the last pit stop, they still have not come in yet. They got a lot more fuel than everybody else apparently. I think that's what it's going to be. I think they're running on that fuel. Yep.
Yeah.
50 laps down here for the Lakeside Lightning 300, and we're still going strong on the green flag. Incredible racing so far. 2 green flag pit stops. That means we could see up to 4 more green flag pit stops in this race.
And they're going to matter too.
Oh, 100%. Marino Jr., Justin Harris are now 2 seconds ahead of Jason McCabe and Jacob Malone. Oh, it looks like those IT and out drivers finally decided to come down into pit lane. Wilson, Ellswick, and Boone all now coming out. No, I don't see any black flags on my side. Yeah, no black flags in any of these pit stops so far. It looks like we only have 7 incident points for the whole race so far. That's amazing. Barrow fighting off Dusty Haynes. Barrow now up to 13th. Moving a great deal from the last time we seen him back in the mid-20s. He's going to Barrow still right there behind Shane Cochran. They seem to be sticking around each other all race. Dusty Haynes trying to fight back to see if he can get that position back from Barrow. It doesn't look like it's going to happen right now. Barrow just moving fast around that track. Cochran's starting to pull away a little bit. Opunchowski now moves back up to 4th place. He's going to be right there behind Malone. He's going to be catching Malone, it looks like. Opunchowski with a great line, super fast all night long. Let's go ahead, speaking of fast. Oh, really? Oh, they are side by side. Harris not trying to give it up. Wow, dude,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. Crazy.
They are still side by side. That is incredible. Nobody giving an inch. That's nuts. They're almost tire to tire. Holy crap, man. That is amazing.
See if the field can take advantage of
Woo,
this.
a little bit of contact.
Catch some distance.
You wouldn't be able to fit a piece of paper between those two cars. Oh, they bang up a little bit.
Ah.
Oh, man, that made my heart drop a little bit.
This is awesome.
Harris just edging out ever so slightly. Harris now takes the lead back. Just barely edging out Marino Jr. there. A little bit of contact to do it, but no accident. Harris deciding to stay high, letting Marino take that bottom side lane. They're going to be back side by side, but Harris...
Yep, flip-flop.
Oh, man, oh, man. Wow. Just wow. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Harris goes around. That's going to be our first caution of the night, ladies and gentlemen. No damage on either of those vehicles. Hopefully nobody crashes into anybody. Stop, stop. Oh, man, Marino almost pulled up in front of the field. That is going to drop both of those drivers back a little bit. Not what we wanted to see. Really hard racing there. First caution comes out at lap 57, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what happens. It looks like Marino Jr. just ever so slightly comes up. Harris barely missing that wall down in pit lane. Harris able to maintain and get that car straight so that way he didn't come up in front of traffic.
That was so close.
Nobody hitting either of those cars. That was incredible. Harris is still out front somehow. Let's go ahead and go back to live. Harris and Marino both still out front. Everybody deciding to come down into pit lane. Who's going to take the advantage and not go down? I bet you it's going to be those IT and out guys.
Yep, I would have to agree with you.
Yeah, I don't see them coming down into the pits. This is the biggest pit stop we've
They
seen
are.
all night, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, they're staying out. Chapman as well. Ooh, Harris right up in front of Marino and Craighead. He's going to break out in front of those guys, but Malone now taking the lead. Openchowski's still down into pit lane. I hope he didn't get a black flag. I wonder why Openchowski's still down there. I bet you he got a black flag.
Yeah, you get 42nd.
It has to be. It can be the only thing I can think of why he's sitting there.
Yeah, you can't serve those under. I guess you can't serve those under yellow. Or can
No, you can't.
That's under green. Yeah.
Maybe he's getting some damage fixed. Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Now would be the time to do it. This is the equalizer, the yellow. So if he makes him climb back, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, we were right. We were spot on. Those 18 out guys, I don't think they came into the pits at all.
Maybe they plan on a one caution strat.
I mean, it would have. It's a good call. I mean, they're all getting a wave around right now. That's gonna put Malone and Jason McCabe up front again to battle it out for the restart. Our top 5 is Malone, McCabe, Campbell, Lane, and Caswell. Caswell now up to 5th place. He's now broken the top 5. No, Caswell in 6th place, sorry. Our Josh McCabe up into 5th. Lights off the pace car. Just absolutely incredible racing so far, Harris. We're 60 laps in, and these guys have been dominating this track. Here we go. Pace car's off. We're about to go back green flag racing. Here we go. Green flag is out. Malone normally with a good start, but Campbell right there up behind him. Jumps up in front of McCabe, taking that outside line, pushing for himself. Is he going to be able to maintain it? Let's go ahead and take a look and see what kind of tires these guys did. Oh, man. Looks like the entire top 10 all the way to Marion. Yeah, the top 9, fuel only. That is interesting. Well, you got those guys out there on fresh tires, and they're going to be much faster than the guys that didn't take tires. Malone unfazed. He's still up front and gaining a nice little gap for himself. Super tight racing on that restart right there. Bunch of cars grouped together back there. Let's go take a look. Yeah, we have a Bunch of three wides. Cochran up into the wall hard. Able to recover. He went right down in front. Who was that? The 48. How'd the 48 get all the way back there? How'd Marino Jr. get back there?
Yes. Ain't no doubt about it.
Marino Jr. looking to go 3 wide right here with Kiernan and Cochran, but just decides not to do it. Well, that's Barrow and Kiernan, actually. Just incredible racing. Chris Campbell and Garrett Caswell now take the front of the pack. Where did Malone go?
That, he went through the grass. He must have got. Well, I saw something happen. He was going through the infield. So he's back here in 10. Way back. Oh, he's all the way.
Yeah, Malone's back in 27th. It was between Malone and Campbell. See if we can take a look and see what happened. Oh, Malone with huge damage on the front of that, number 60. Caution is out. Looks like it was with Kiernan. Let's go back and take a look. Kiernan through the grass, unfortunately. Let's see if we can get a better look at that. See what happened. Looks like he might have had a little bit of help from Marino Jr. Yeah, that is the second incident involving Marino Jr. Marino Jr. getting onto the inside and spinning Kiernan down into the grass, unfortunately. He did the same exact thing with Harris, almost in the same exact place. That is no bueno. If he is found at fault for one more incident, he's probably most likely going to be parked for the night. He's going to have to really be careful for the rest of this race. These guys got, what, 84 laps to go? We're not even halfway done with the race, and already it looks like 2 incidents for Marino Jr.
I wonder if this puts ITN out on the upper foot, or if this helps him or hurts him.
Well, that's going to be a good question as well. Like, do they?
By
yeah,
my math,
they're
I think
coming
if this
in.
helps them. Yeah, I think this is ideal.
Yeah, they're coming in right now. The whole field came in, except for Kyle Simmons. That guy, I don't know what's up with him.
Yeah. I'm stuck up here. The door's locked from the inside.
Huge race off of pit road. Harris looks like he won that race. He's going to be out front. Arlane, Burkmeyer, Garrett Caswell, Barrow, Haynes, Marino, Wilson, McCabe, and Craighead to lead out your top 10. Openchowski staying down into pit lane again. He's got to have some damage or something, man. I have not seen a black flag pop up for him at all.
I think he's saving the fast repair. I think he got damaged. We missed it, and then
I think he
has
might.
to be.
Well, if you remember when he got loose, he made contact with that outside wall.
Oh, yep. He might have had a good 6 minutes or something. He's chipping away at or something. 4 minutes or something.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at repairs. Let's see. Yeah, Justin Openchowski has made 1:05. for repairs. Chapman with 46 seconds. And Reggie Jug Evans Jr. with 39 seconds. Really not what you wanted to see for Openchowski. He was having a really good race. Led a bunch of those laps as well. Looks like we had another driver come down into pit lane. Our lane in number 2 down into pit lane. Jug Evans Jr. down into pit lane again. Enix came back in and said, "Can we get another Simmons weather report?"
Weather here, Michigan. Pure Michigan weather. As a native resident here, I'm at the track on site. Light breeze, sunny, partly cloudy, super cloudy, rain. It's raining. Oh my God, it's raining.
Oh my God. Red flag, red flag. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to go back green flag racing after 68 laps here at Michigan. You got a 10 out of 10, he says, for that one.
Let's go.
Even without the dress, that's crazy.
I'm still sewing it. So.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. Didn't know you were a seamstress as well. Here we go, back green flag racing in a moment. Pace cars off the track. Berkmeyer and Harris up front. May not be Openchowski, but OCS sees their way back out towards the front. Garrett Caswell now in second place, pushing past Berkmeyer. Right under Harris. Good decision not to go underneath right there. Harris cuts it off. Oh, Berkmeyer sideways. Can he recover? Oh my God, he recovered that. Did you see that?
That long hell.
Oh my goodness. Holy moly.
Array of cars out.
I am...
My 10 grid.
That was an amazing save by Berkmeyer. I mean, that was incredible. He was completely sideways. Guys are going to be able to move up here, get back into that single file line. A lot of 4 wide, a lot of 3 wide coming out of that turn right there. Our lane up into the wall right there. As we've seen with Openchowski, you're going to have to be careful getting up into that wall. That wall causes big damage on these cars. It looked like it was 5 wide right there. I don't know about you.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, the way the group caught the leaders that were pulling in that turn, just took right back up.
Garrett Caswell looking for that lead, hunting down the number 7 of Justin Harris. But he's going to have Joseph Barrow up to 3rd place.
Wow, they're weaving all over the place.
Absolutely incredible pack racing right there, if you ask me. This is exactly what we came to see, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all that 3 wide. They're maintaining very, very nicely.
Trying to break that draft.
Yeah, I see it. Looks like the 32 of Menchaca is going to be on the outside trying to make some room for himself next to that 37. He does make a pass, cutting off the McKay Motorsports teammates. He's going to be right there behind the number 35 right now. And you got Malone making his way back up towards the front. He's going to be in 12th place. That last caution probably saved him a good amount of time. He was able to get that car fixed. Oh, contact! That was super crazy close. That was Marion right there. Good recovery by those drivers. I think that was Marion and McCabe almost getting together. No, that was the 37 of Brad Wilson now on McCabe Esports. Brad Wilson right there in between two former teammates in the IT and out. Yeah, absolutely just insane.
Gap, but he's assertive, to say the least. He wants to get back up
there. Yeah, he's going to be trying to chase down Barrow. Barrow still maintaining that third position. Watch out, Cameron Craighead is going to be right there behind Marino. Campbell gets side by side with somebody right there. Who is that? That's Dusty Haynes. They get side by side. Smoke coming off those cars. Yeah, we're starting to see that single file line start to come back out again as those tires start to wear off a little bit. We're over halfway now.
I mean, these guys should put down some heat up here. This is we'll get into it. We're gonna see some fireworks, some theatrics.
Garrett Caswell takes the lead for the first time tonight, making Mama proud out there in the front. Let's see if he can hold off Justin Harris. He is creating a small gap for himself. Barrow now getting caught by Craighead and Marino. Craighead passes Marino for that fourth spot, chasing down Barrow. Let's see if he's able to make a move on Barrow. Marino last week's winner, and Craighead the week before that. They both have won a race already. It into that low line right there. Marino, Barrow, and Craighead on that low line. But Marino up high. Marino not able to take any kind of advantage off that high line. Outside goes Craighead on the outside of that number 4. They're going to be side by side coming into turns 1 and 2. Barrow, just an incredibly fast car right now. They must put a turbocharger in the back of that thing. Ooh, Craighead up into the wall. Barrow still not giving up.
Crackhead had.
Well, now yeah, you're right. They got Gallman, Campbell, and Haynes right there behind them. They're going to have to be careful. Barrow shooting that low corner right there, getting back on the outside of Craighead. Just can't get it done, unfortunately. Garrett Caswell still just barely edging out Justin Harris. The race almost halfway over. Let's take a look and see what our fastest laps of the night are. Marino Jr. running a 38:03. Lee, that's good. But Lee Kiernan right there in second for a 38:08. Jason McCabe 38:09, and Jacob Malone with a 38:09. Garrett Caswell with a 38:16. Go Kiernan. Out there running fast laps today.
He's doing great. Yeah, not only fast laps, he keeps it. It's no joke.
Like these guys are racing pretty freaking hard out there. Nobody wants to give an inch at all. Barrow's still fighting off for that fourth spot, still holding off Marino. Now they got a whole gaggle of cars behind them.
I just want to take a second to point out that with 66 laps remaining out of 150, the entire field is within 10 seconds of the leader.
That's
Everybody.
nuts.
Except
nuts.
Kyle Simmons, who is yet to complete a lap.
See, even those hot dogs are messing up his mic. How did you get Chicago dogs in Michigan?
Well, it's pretty close.
Well, it is the Lakeside Lightning 300, so I guess they just shot him over to you. Ooh, Campbell gets a little loose right there, coming out of 1 and 2. He's going to be right there behind. Is that Barrow? That is Barrow. Barrow drops back to 5th place. Gallman now up into 4th place. Craighead into 3rd. Marino Jr. dropping back to 7th. Oh, Dusty! Into the wall hard. Contact. Green flag stays out. Let's see if we can... Yeah, he's got a lot of damage on that number 3. Let's see if we can go back and take a look. See what happened right there. He's going to have Malone on his inside. Do they get together? Yeah, it looks like they get together. I can't tell.
And he's...
Wow, oh, it looks like yeah, hey, Dusty turned down into Malone.
Yeah.
Malone down into the grass. For the second time tonight.
Luck for Malone. Yeah.
But the damage really is on Dusty Haynes right now. Right in front of that car, just not doing well. Let's go back and look, and he's still out there running. It does look like he is going to pull off into pit lane, try to get that damage fixed. No caution flag has come out. That's going to put, where did Malone? Malone winds up in 13th place, back by Caleb Ellswick. That's going to be his team owner.
Yeah, I hope his car is too banged up from that. It didn't seem like he got the worst end. What a save, though. That's great.
Yeah, just insane driving by these guys. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here tonight. Make sure you like and subscribe, but we'll be right back after this commercial break.
is going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here. This is GEC, there's no room for fear. Green flag drops and the engines roar. 40 cars and we all want more. Mash the gases, we're on the line. Forward and we're feeling fine. Drifting close in a slipstream dance. Taking the corners in a high-speed trance. Tri-oval side by side in this GEC league, there's nowhere to White flag, need a perfect lap. All gas, no brakes to close that gap. Checkered waves in the racing world. Another battle is over and done. Just to the booth, hope they like the show. Victory lane is all I
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we come back out on the track, it looks like we're going into our next pit cycle here. Dusty, oh, Campbell locks him up right there. No black flag is issued. That was a close one. He almost spun that one. That was wild. Justin Harris is up towards the front. A lot of these drivers coming in. Let's see who's going to make it off of pit lane this time. Looks like Craig had made it out first.
Yeah.
Looks like the IT and out guys are now coming in as well. They got a mix with Jason Campbell right there. Looks like Craighead's going to be the one taking the lead on this one. Craighead up to the lead as Lane, McCabe, and Ellswick and the IT and out guys come out of pit lane. That's going to give Craighead a good gap on everybody on the track.
Yeah.
He's going to have about 3 seconds on everybody or more.
Yeah, or more, because let's see if he gets up to speed if anyone passes lane here. Craighead's not easy to run down either. I've tried.
Yeah, that gives him 3.5 seconds on our lane coming out of pits. Does he, like, what kind of pit strategy did he have right there? Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like a bunch of drivers only took 2 tires. Craighead being one of them. Our lane, McCabe, Openchowski, and Gallman. Openchowski back up to 4th place. Especially after having to sit into the pits like that. Good job by Openchowski coming back out. Yeah, right now it's going to be dominated by Craighead. He is losing some time, though. He almost lost a half a second. We're going to be back here with Marino Jr. and Gallman and those guys. Gallman up to 6th place, right there behind Jason McCabe. Chelsea, he's going to have to be careful. He's got Justin Harris right there behind him. Justin Harris looking to move back up to the front. I'm still astonished how Craighead was able to get in and out of the pits faster than everybody else like that. Seems like a perfect pit stop by Craighead. Because he's still going to be 2.25 seconds ahead, but he's losing time really, really fast. He was 3.5 seconds. He's lost over a second. He's lost about 1.25 seconds to our lane for IT and out. Caleb Ellswick jumps up to 5th place. Looks like that IT and out strategy is working. You got 1, 2, almost 3 of those drivers up into the top 5. Openchowski.
Looks like a splash and dash from Craig. That's back. Save us that race. You know, these boys are at so many different strats.
Openchowski now up to 2nd place. Justin Harris right behind him. They're chasing down Craighead. Craighead has lost another second off the track. Yeah, they are pushing. They are pushing. Looks like even after that incident with Dustin Haynes, Malone makes his way back up to 6th place somehow. Haynes back into 19th, but he's got that car nice and fixed. He's going to be looking to get back at least into the top 10, I know that. He's going to be right there behind Michael Menchaca and Reggie Evans Jr. Only 50 laps to go here for the Lakeside Lightning 300, ladies and gentlemen. Just absolutely jaw-dropping racing so far. A bunch of incredible saves by these drivers. Performance trying to make him push back from 20th. He's got his teammate with him right there as well. That's not his teammate. They sure look the same. Or that's Dirty South Racing, my bad.
They are fighting back here. Dustin stayed on the lead lap.
Yeah, good job. I swore he was going to go a lap down because of that caution, or that not having a caution. But he was probably, he might have been the lucky dog.
Where's our boy Kieran? Where's he sitting at? We haven't checked on him.
Kieran is actually, unfortunately, in 27th, one lap down.
No.
Yeah. He's the only driver. He's the only driver right now that I see a lap down, I think. Yeah, he's the only driver right now a lap down. Openchowski up to the front. Craighead fallen back. Craighead is now in 4th place. But he's got to be careful. Harris is still right there with him. He's going to try to create a small little gap between the two cars. See if he can maintain that. One of those IT and out drivers swerving down to the bottom of the field there.
Wow. just enough space for each other out there. They're racing. I got us back behind them too. They're not slowing down.
No, they're not. They're actually catching him pretty fast. That's going to be Caswell and one of those IT now drivers in Arlene. Caswell just keeping right up there with him. He's going to be trying to take that spot away soon. They've already caught up to Craighead. Craighead's now dropped back down to 5th. Jacob Malone up to 4th. Caleb Ellswick up to 3rd for the first time tonight. Openchowski just not able to get away from Harris. Harris incredibly fast tonight as well.
Got another pit cycle starting. Craighead's leading it.
Craighead, Gallman, and Lynch look like they're all coming down. I think they know for a fact that they're going to have to pit twice more anyway. So they're probably doing this early, and then the last one, they'll stretch it to as far as they can.
They're picking the time. Yeah.
Harris trying to make it work, just can't get it done. Openchowski just staying right there where he is. Caswell still not able to get past Arlene. Caswell sitting back in 6th place. Got a couple other drivers coming down into pit lane. Looks like Cameron Craighead's coming down. Nope, he is not. He was just riding the bottom of the track for a minute. I thought he was coming in.
Big rock.
Caswell not playing any games, pushes Craighead right out of his way. Oh, and he gets Campbell around. Campbell locking him up. Campbell staying straight. Nope, he's into the wall. Caution comes out here at lap 109.
Oh, don't go. He's out of trouble. I was worried there for a second. I think he's going to be okay out of this. I don't think he took too much damage. This is doable.
Let's take a look. Does look like Caswell up into Campbell. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not too much damage, but it's probably enough to have to go pit.
Hard. Yeah, he hit it pretty hard.
All those cars avoiding Campbell. Thank goodness. Definitely probably caught some wheel damage off of that. Let's take one more look. Slow it down a little bit. Does look like Campbell's riding up that high side. Caswell just right barely touches that left rear of that car.
Yep. This side draft, look, there's something. He got tight coming out of the exit there.
It looked like Campbell was going to lock it down and keep it straight.
Yeah, just that inside sucked right up into him. And
as soon as he released those brakes and started to put back on the gas, he should have just kept on the brakes and he would have not been up into the wall like that.
Save the wheel damage, maybe. Still, that car's going to compete. So.
No, I agree.
Plus, any arrow at Michigan is super difficult.
Wait, what just happened right there? Why did Caswell stop like that? Caswell had a dead stop right there. I'm not sure.
EOL.
Oh, okay. Caswell, unfortunately, going to take an EOL for that one. Almost all the drivers came down into pit lane. Craighead staying out, Gallman, Lynch, and Menchaca all staying out as well.
Yeah, when you see a watering hole, you stop to get a drink. We're getting there.
Huge race off of pit lane. That's going to change the lead up a little bit. Marino Jr. coming out in first. Harris, Barrow, Wilson, and Openchowski. That's going to be your top 5. Let's take a look and see what kind of pit strategy everybody had on that one. Looks like Harris with fuel only. That's going to be dangerous. I'm hoping he's going to be able to maintain that, but that puts him back in second place. Marino Jr. with 2 tires, Barrow with 2 tires, Wilson with 2 tires. Openchowski takes 4 tires. That's probably why I dropped him back from first to fifth. But I don't know. I think it was worth it. I think getting 4 tires now saves you from having to get 4 tires later.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you unless it's the exact opposite. Because Harris has to expect to lose unless he can keep it up in position. What is the strat? Tires now, and then assert your track position, get your gas, and go. So I think they're planning on another caution. I think is maybe Harris's plan is one more caution. He's hoping for.
Well, that is not what we're hoping for. We want this to go green all the way to the end.
I
we
agree.
only have, what, after they cross the line, 37 laps to go, and I am just astounded by the racing so far. These guys have done an incredible job. But this is going to group everybody back up again. People are on different tire strategies, cold tires. It's really going to mix it up. Titans of Racing coming in. Hi everyone, great race tonight. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for coming out. It looks like Enix again, justice for Kiernan. Have him get his lap back. He did nothing wrong. Green flag has dropped on the track. We're back out here racing for the Lakeside Lightning 300. Marino up front, making a little bit of a gap for himself. Harris just not able to keep up right there on his tires. Openchowski looking to make a move. Barrow not going to give up his spot either. We got a crash in the back. Huge contact. It looked like something to do with Kiernan in the back right there. Kiernan, Menchaca, and Craighead. Craighead involved in that one. Huge damage on that number 1 car. Not good for Craighead coming to the last 40 laps. Let's see what happened.
All of them got it too.
Kiernan just up into that wall ever so slightly. Oh, overturns, goes to the 32. 32 into a barrel roll. Michael Menchaca having to tow out. Let's take one more look at that.
Huge impact.
Yeah, Kiernan just making contact with that outside wall, unfortunately. Taking the 1 and the 32 with him. And Chaka, unfortunately, is the bearer of bad luck on that. Let's hope that Craighead at least has a fast repair sitting in the pits. But huge damage to that number 1 and number 32.
Yeah, they're just blowing up and just a little bit of contact with the wall. Some full motion. There's no room for anything.
Yeah, as soon as he made contact, yeah, you're right. There was a paper width between the cars, and he just...
Yep.
Unfortunate, really unfortunate for Michael Menchaca, doing a great job tonight running his own race. Let's hope he can get out of the pits without going a lap down. It looks like he's already a lap down. Menchaca without a fast repair, it looks like. Maybe not. Maybe he's still in the towing process, but I'm not sure. He might have used that fast repair already. Craighead definitely is able to use a fast repair and come back out onto the field. I'm sure if I could hear him, I'm sure Kiernan is apologizing up a storm, but there was no room in the middle of that 3 wide coming out of turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, I heard some chatter. He had claimed the fault for that. There's really no way out of it. You know what I mean? You gotta. I made similar mistakes. Even if you're all getting tight and you're the one that hits the wall, you know, that's the name of the game. He's done so great today. He's gonna come back strong. He's good in this car now. He's proven it to himself, so I expect great things in the future.
Openchowski's still trying to fight his way back from 5th place after that pit stop, but just not getting enough time to be able to do it. He's the only one that took 4 tires, so I expect him to be a little bit fresher than everybody else and maybe even a little bit faster. As we go back double file, Marino Jr. and Harris are going to battle it out here for the last, hopefully the last restart. Barrow right there in 3rd place, Logan Wilson, and then Openchowski leading out our top 5. And that last caution is the only one that I've seen like crazy damage from any of the cars.
Yeah, hardest impact of the night for sure. I mean, Chaka hit that wall with some assertiveness. Yeah, he really hit it.
Yeah, I'm hoping. It looks like he is back out on the track. I think he had to have used a fast repair. There's no way he didn't.
Good. He's got the gumption to get back there. He had the fast repair.
Very good. He's going to be aggressive trying to move up through the pack, being towards the back. He's going to be in 23rd right now. Pace car is off the track. We're about to go back. Green flag racing in the restart zone. Green flag is out. Craighead with an amazing jump right there, getting a good little gap on those cars behind him. Barrow down low, trying to maintain on the side of Harris. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Whew. There it is.
Oh, there they go.
It's too close. Cautions breeding cautions right now. That looked like it had something to do with Campbell, Berkmeyer, Green, Dunn, and Wilson. Let's go take a look. Oh, that is going to involve Berkmeyer. I'm not sure who's going to be found at fault for that. It definitely looks like Berkmeyer tried to swerve a little bit to get away from that other car. And that's going to be K. Dunn.
Yep, almost looks like Campbell didn't know he was, you know, he had gained distance.
Yeah, Campbell was definitely coming back up. But the 95 was coming down as well. They both go half a lane on each other.
Yeah.
They meet right in the middle of that lane.
Run. He got a little run off of 31, broke the side draft, and that's what closed that gap where he was clear. He could have came down.
Well, it looks like the 31 taking the brunt of the damage.
Good hard racing. That time did not work out.
So are you coming in if it's you, or looks like Craig had played the flim flam on Logan Wilson right there. But
depends on who I am during this race. I mean, like, what these guys have been on different strats. I'd have to. Right now, I'd hope I'm in a position right now because I usually play conservative.
well, I mean, we only got 30 laps to go, maybe 29 after they come back out of the caution.
I want to hit that 25. Like if I'm shooting for, let's say 25, if their basic number of laps, I want to hit that. Or you do tires now and then splash and dash later. That'd be the other strat.
Yeah, that is a good question. I'm not sure what I would be doing. But it's crazy because these guys are right underneath the threshold of being able to complete the race on this just full tank of gas, right? So it's going to be quite interesting to see some of the strategy that's going to go into play. Openchowski back up to 4th place. Barrow still in 3rd. Harris in 2nd. And Marino up front. Let's take a look. It looks like Marino with the oldest tires, 3-lap older tires than everybody behind him. Everybody else came in on 8 laps ago, whereas Marino came in 11 laps ago. Harris, he's going to be on older tires as well because he didn't take any tires. He just fueled up. Barrow with 2 tires, but Openchowski's still on 4 of those tires from the last pit stop. I think that's definitely going to be an advantage for Openchowski. Yeah, it's going to look like 29 laps to go after they cross the line. Everybody's going to be pushing hard. Let's hope they can keep their head on their shoulders and make smart decisions. Been doing so good this race. Pace car about to be off. Pace car diving off the track now. Last few laps at Michigan for the Lakeside Lightning 300, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Green flag is out. Here they come, side by side, breaking loose into those three wides, coming around that first corner. Dog. Bunch of three wide racing going on right there. Cochran splitting them up. Is Harris able to hold on with Justin Openchowski for 4 tires? Craighead may even have a problem. And there it is. Barrow goes around this time. That's Barrow, Marion, and Menchaca. Barrow with huge damage on the outside of that 4. Let's go take a look.
Stuck in the wall there for a second afterwards.
That might
whipped him into the wall too.
Yeah, that might be on
Might be an
Barrow.
air
I
neck
can't tell.
Yeah, he was coming up, but I wonder if the net code whipped him a little hard. Not that it's not. No, yeah. Oh, that just caught him just right, didn't it? Yeah. It's a game of inches out here with these boys. They play for keeps.
Oh, just barely caught the backside of the
Just
bumper of
barely.
Barrow.
Whipped him across pretty quick too.
All those other cars able to avoid that crash, luckily. But really unfortunate for Barrow. He was having an amazing run up there in 3rd place. Hate to see that for the number 4, man. I'm hoping he's got that fast repair in his pocket.
Yeah. Yes, times.
Well, absolutely. Looks like everybody's coming down in the pit lane, getting that last little bit of fuel.
This should be it.
Yeah, now that everybody decided to come... Wait. Harris, Haynes, Wilson, and Reggie Jug Evans Jr. not coming in. Barrow with the fast repair. Barrow did have a fast repair in his pocket.
Oh, yeah. Pulled it out of his sock.
It's where you got to keep things or else it'll get stolen. Yeah, because by the time they come across the line, there will only be 24 laps to go, and I think that's just right there at that fuel strat.
Yeah.
That does kick Barrow back to 25th place. Let's hope he can get back up there. Harris now with the lead. Openchowski back to 5th place. So it goes Harris, Haynes, Wilson, Jug Evans Jr., and Openchowski. But I know for a fact that those guys up front, those 4 drivers, Harris, Haynes, Wilson, and Jug Evans Jr., are going to have to pit. There's no way they can make it on fuel. No way.
They're banking on something. I don't think it's a green flag run. They have to be banking on more. That's the make or break it ticket for them. They know this race is so close. They have to bank on something. They have to keep the track position.
Yeah, it looks like
It is.
14 laps for Harris and Haynes. Wilson with 6 laps on the tires, and Reggie Evans Jr. with 5 laps on the tires. Openchowski just coming in. Fuel only for Openchowski, Malone, Lane, and Burkmeyer. Craig had taken 2 tires. The only one that took 4 tires was Marino Jr. He might have something up his sleeve.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun if I'm a driver ahead of him. Sounds like he's gonna make a run. He's fast. Not that all these boys aren't, but he has that scary, short run speed. I don't see the strap boys in front, but maybe they know something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all, because I don't think they're going to be able to make it on the fuel they got. The top 4, I don't know. It's going to be questionable. Pace car diving off the track now. Harris and Haynes going to battle out. Coming across the restart zone.
Hey, we got Brad Wilson up there in the top 4.
Green flag. Bad Brad Wilson.
Yeah.
Always good to see him up
Dr.
front.
Brad.
Harris out with a good start right there. That's going to put Malone right there on the outside of Reggie Jug Evans Jr. Malone on that fresh pit stop. But Malone fuel only as well, so the tires really aren't going to be the advantage here. Harris with a great jump, giving himself a decent gap right there. It does look like we do have another caution. Something to do with Marino Jr. crossing into pit lane. Let's take a look. Our lane just right up into him a little bit. Oh, barely able to stop it before the barrels. Holy crap, it looked like he was going to T-bone those barrels.
You closing your eyes, or are you keeping them open for that, Jamie?
I'm just praying to the only God I know. Because that was pretty crazy. Unfortunate for Marino, our lane coming up on his inside right there and just sliding right up into him. That is definitely going to be on our lane right there, unfortunately. Oh, really unfortunate for Mr. Marino. Marino he was fast all night long. Andy took those 4 tires to try to gain up on the position, but I don't know. But yeah, I guess those guys up front, they're going to take advantage of that and come down into pit lane. As I say that, Harris, Haynes, Reggie, Evans Jr., Campbell, Barrow, all these guys coming down into pit lane. Now, if I'm Barrow, I don't know if I would have pitted right there. I just came out from getting my fast repair, most likely tires as well. I don't know if I'd have came in.
Yeah, he must need a splash. Maybe we're just short on the fuel estimation.
That could be.
He needed that splash.
That definitely could be. Huge green flag stint for the front of the race, and then just battles after battles in the back end of the race. Looks like barely 20 laps to go after these guys cross the line.
right, guys, you got this. Keep it together. Let's get it done. That's good. Best way to it's not dangerous at all to get another yellow. That's the last thing they want. So, I'm hoping they keep it clean.
I think they can do it for 20 laps, no problem. Lights are off the pace car. Your front five: Malone, Berkmeyer, Openchowski, McCabe, and Gallman. Good job by Gallman getting up there.
You haven't seen flashes from him, but I haven't seen too much. He might be primed to. I know it's really capable.
I'm thinking so.
Man, this field's so stacked. So it's like I say that about everybody, but it's like I'm not lying. These guys can all make moves.
Gallman is the only one on fresh 4 tires too.
Oh yeah.
Here we go, back across the restart zone again. Berkmeyer and Malone gonna battle it out. Berkmeyer got a little bit of help with his teammate on the outside in 4th. Here we go, green flag. Come on, guys, I know you got this. Craighead crossing over on Openchowski right there, taking 3rd place. Openchowski, yeah, no, he is. Openchowski right there got McCabe on his backside. Everybody gonna be pushing hard for these last 20 laps. Caution is out. No way. Wilson, Lynch, Ellswick, and Cochran all involved in that last one. Huge net code right there between Ellswick and Cochran. Huge net code. I'm talking like 3-4 feet.
Violent.
Let's go back. But it looks like a little bit of a slow up from the 33 caused the 66 to check up. 76 keeps it down low on the 33. No checkup from the 76. That pushes the 33 up into the 66. 66. Oh my goodness, dude. That's the biggest netcode I have ever seen.
Yeah. The Casper car has to take fault for that one.
Oh my goodness.
Which car even hit him? I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't know if it was netcode from the 33 or the 66, but it looked like it would have had to.
Either, yeah.
It had to been the 33. 33 was a little bit closer, but it looked like the movement of the 66 actually caught him.
On the back end, yeah. That's strange.
I've never seen netcode like that ever. Not once. You know, Cochran is not happy about that.
Yeah. No.
Cochran's now sitting in the pits. I'm sure he's got some damage on that. I don't know if he had that fast repair. He might have used it already. But yeah, that was an insane amount of netcode. That's for the record books right there, man.
That's unfortunate.
I think they all probably would have been able to save it if it wasn't for that netcode.
Yeah, I don't think it was even an issue. Honestly. Yeah. They had so much room, and these boys have done crazier things.
Cochran still into the pits. Campbell also into the pits.
He must have got caught up before then.
Yeah, looks like Cochran is now going to go a lap down, unfortunately. Yeah, he hasn't moved at all. Black flag on Caleb Ellswick, though. I don't know if that was anybody's fault other than because the 76 pushed down on the 33, 33 up into Caleb Ellswick, Ellswick up it.
It was almost as if either the game registered Cochran's car is somewhere else. Like there's something we're missing here that is not even. I don't even know which car wrecked him figuratively in the game.
Well, I don't think Ellswick got the black flag from the accident.
That was from the pit.
Yeah, it looked like because he just came out. Just an insane amount of nickel right there, but here we go, back side by side. Berkmeyer and Malone gonna fight it out. Openchowski right there in fourth, but Craighead on his outside. Here we go, green flag. Rough restart right there. Unfortunately, that's going to give the advantage to Cameron Craighead. Cameron Craighead goes 3 wide with Berkmeyer and Openchowski. Openchowski out wide. Openchowski back in it. That's going to give an advantage to McCabe. McCabe now going to be side by side with Openchowski. Or no, McCabe's now side by side with Craighead. Well, he was there for a second anyway. A lot of crisscrossing looking back right there.
Car up in the wall. Oh,
No caution flag. No caution flag is out.
Hey.
You said Harris up into the wall?
Yeah, you got, there was the middle. I don't know who was inside. Little bump happened. He was innocent.
Looks like there was a side-by-side issue with
bystander.
What in the world is going on out there?
Is that Berkmeyer?
It looked like Berkmeyer, yeah.
I don't know who that was.
Contact with the 39 of Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce down to the inside wall, it looked like. No damage on Darren Bruce's vehicle, but he is going to be upset about that one. Let's take one more look at that. But there's another car right there that is the 71 of Gallman as well. It looks like Gallman got
Back
touched
there,
by
yeah,
somebody.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Garrett Caswell. Yeah, Garrett Caswell up into Gallman. Getting Gallman loose. Gallman able to hold it together. Wow, incredible save by Gallman right there. We're right up front. Darren Bruce and Berkmeyer make contact.
And he told it just whips around. Not that he tried to do that, it just hit. Luckily, he went through the infield. Hopefully, he can make a run towards the end here. We're running low in laps.
Oh yeah, we're running super low on laps. We may only have like maybe 11 to go by the time it's green flag.
I don't know, boys. What do we think?
We picking winners here?
No, I need help.
I would say Berkmeyer, the way I looked at it. But
Yeah,
again,
that's what I was thinking. I don't have much time.
Yeah, I think Berkmeyer filled up here.
really unfortunate because he was having a really good run. He was just pushing too hard, getting too close. Where did Cochran? Oh, Cochran is coming back down into the pits. Still going to be a lap down for Cochran, unfortunately. Barrow back up to 12th place. Looks like he's moving his way back up in there.
Let's see what other movers we got. There's been a bunch of people up and down. Bad luck, good luck.
Looks like...
Chelsea, we get
Yeah, I mean, he's still definitely within grasp of it. Reggie Jug Evans Jr. up 16 spots in 7th. Gallman 14 spots, or Evans is in 8th. Gallman 14 spots in 7th. Ames 13 in 9th. Campbell 13th and 11th. And then Brad Wilson up 10 spots in 16th.
Haynes had trouble early on, and looks like he kept her clean and get back into the spot where he can make something of it. But I think, like you were saying last pit, the Gallman is sitting pretty fresh. There's not that much heat in those tires. He's actually primed for a good restart. He could make a move off of it.
I agree. I think he definitely can. So our top 5: Malone, Craighead, McCabe, Obuchowski, and Wilson. But looks like Gallman dropped back to 8th place after that last restart. Here we go. Pace car off the track. 10 laps to go when they cross the line. Boogity boogity, green flag is out. Openchowski looking down low, jumps back into the lane. They're going to be side by side, all of them coming into that 1 and 2. Craighead side by side with Malone. Malone just not getting the jump he wanted. They're going to be banging doors right there. Not the place you're going to want to get into an accident with only 10 laps.
There's blocks back here. Woo.
Malone still side by side, but that's going to give the advantage to McCabe. McCabe on the outside, 3 wide.
Huge block on the inside.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a race, boys and girls.
They're door bumping hard. Wow, where's the caution? Wow.
That is going to put McCabe out front. That's going to be Berkmeyer.
Brad Wilson out here.
It looks like Berkmeyer and... No. Wilson jumping to the pits. Bad Brad Wilson, unfortunately. Oh, it looks like Wilson up into Kiernan on that last one right there. Wilson down into that pit wall. Oh
No.
He smashed that
Brutal.
real hard. Looked like Kiernan was able to save it. Unfortunately, Brad Wilson was not able to save it. Yeah, that definitely looked like it was on Brad Wilson, though, unfortunately. Definitely blew a motor on that one. Huge contact, major damage on that number 37. I mean, they're only going to get one more caution before this race is over.
Yeah, that's all they can.
One more caution comes out and it's over. Like, that's it. No green, white, checkered, so... Really unfortunate for Mr. Wilson there. It sucks to see that. Yeah, unlike the ARCA and the Truck Series that we run, these guys don't get any green, white, checkers. Yeah, I thought it was Berkmeyer and Cochran, but I guess not.
Yeah, there were some crazy battles up front. That trouble was brewing. I couldn't believe that.
I thought it was.
Oh, man, they were saying.
I thought it was gonna be Malone and Craighead. Honestly, I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah. Yep. There we go. We got the classic Chaka Lucky Dog coming through.
It's gonna be some impressive moves by those leaders, man. If McCabe can hold on to it just for a few laps, he's gonna take this home.
Yeah, if they start battling it all behind him, he's gonna. If they pull that 2-second gap, it takes what 4 or 5 laps for the next group to get him. So
Yeah.
just go get that run. Go get it.
Looks like Berkmeyer had to come in and get some of that damage fixed. Or Wilson, I don't think he had a fast repair. He's definitely still got that meatball flag on him.
I don't know if he's gonna get out again.
No, I'm
Hard.
thinking that might have been Wilson's night, unfortunately.
And confirm, he has already used his fast repair and still has a meatball.
Oh, that sucks. I think people are just getting ready. What is Marino doing out of the line so far like that? Get back in line, sir. They're going to have to make some dangerous moves. But if any time you feel like you have an advantage, it's going to be now.
Caswell on old or new tires. He's warming them. He's getting ready.
This is going to be an incredible finish.
Yeah, let's go.
Pace car off. Green flag is out.
Oh, they're all bunched up.
McCabe not with the jump he wanted. Wow. Malone giving a little bit of shove to Craighead right there. Malone looking to the inside of McCabe, not able to make it happen. Another car goes up into the top. Oh, man. Caution does not come out.
Oh,
And there it is.
There it is.
And of course, my cars are now going to have a seizure. Looks like Logan Wilson involved in that one.
McCabe, huge crash too.
Wilson down on the inside wall pretty hard. There's a few cars with meatballs. Caleb Ellswick with a meatball. Hunter Berkmeyer with a meatball. Logan Wilson with a meatball. Not good. Not good at all for any of those drivers. Definitely not what you wanted to see right there. People they're pushing too hard. They're not making smart decisions. They're just looking at positions. They're not looking at race cars.
So is this, do we get a one-lap shootout here? Let's see, we're going to lap 148.
I'm not sure. It says we have 4 laps to go. 3 over the line.
Might be a one-lap shootout, might be game over. Not sure, my bad.
I don't know, but if you're Logan Wilson, or if you're Jason McCabe, you're going to want that good restart. You cannot have another restart like that, having those guys so close. I'm not going to give up my secret on my restarts, but I know how I would do it, and it would throw everybody off. Everybody would be definitely a few car lengths behind me after the restart. But they were so close right there on that restart, so bunched up together.
They sure were. They looked like they were going to party, and they all sort of exactly together. It was crazy.
Ellswick deciding to stay out on the field. Kiernan, Berkmeyer, Bruce, and Wilson all down in. Berkmeyer getting that meatball cleared. He must have had a fast repair. Let's check out Caleb Ellswick and see what kind of damage he's... Oh yeah, his whole right wheel is like sideways. I know what he's hoping. He's hoping that the race ends right now.
By his math, he thinks it is. Otherwise, well, maybe he has no other option too. Getting some damage repaired right now.
Well, there's a bunch of damage on Harris too. Harris has got a bunch of damage on that front right. Oh yeah, Caleb Ellswick has no choice. He's gonna have to come in. There's no way he can control that car. I don't know. I don't think he got into any other incident tonight. But I don't think this is going to end right now.
No, I think there's going to be a one-lap shootout, is my math.
That tire looks like it's going to fall off of the 66.
Could be the strat.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a one-lap shootout. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. No matter what happens here, this is going to be the end of this race for the Lakeside Lightning 300. We may be looking at one of our winners in the top right now. Let's see who's all led laps today. Jason McCabe, which is up front, has led the most laps. He's led 30 laps altogether. Jacob Malone, 27. Harris with 26. Marion Jr. with 19. Openchowski with 17. Garrett Caswell with 16. Craighead also has some lead laps up there. He's got 7. Campbell with 3. Chapman 2. Haynes 1. And Lane with 1. And Logan Wilson with 1. It looks like Caleb Ellswick diving down to the bottom of the field there. He knows he's not going to...
Taking the EOL. Yep.
Well, he's looking to finish this race off. He doesn't want to come back into the pits. Smart, probably a smart decision.
I agree.
No matter what happens, this is going to be the end of it. Let's see if McCabe gets the jump he wants to take home the checkered flag. Here we go. As they cross the restart zone for the last time tonight, green flag is out. Definitely not the restart I would have wanted. And again, Craighead and Malone door banging side by side, giving the advantage to Garrett Caswell. Garrett Caswell is going to take advantage of that. Caswell moves to the outside. Openchowski to the outside. Malone just not able to hold on to it. That's it right there for McCabe. McCabe's coming around for the last time. Oh, and of course it's going to have seizures right here at the end. But Malone taking home the... McCabe taking home the checkered flag here at Michigan. Second place, Craighead, Chris Campbell, Reggie Evans Jr., Barrow, Lynch, Cochran. Was Openchowski involved in that? Yeah, he had to have been.
I see Malone. I see Craighead. There are a lot of drivers.
Not what they wanted to see, but that's it here for the race, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here, and we'll be right back with your driver interviews. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with your driver interviews. An amazing race here at Michigan for the Lakeside Lightning 300. Thank you all for being here, especially to the drivers that showed up tonight. We're going to go ahead and start it off with our winner, Jason McCabe, number 35, coming out winning. And I'll tell you, you led the most laps. You come out and take home a win. I can't remember when was the. It's been a little while since you've won a race, so I know this has got to be exciting for you.
Absolutely, it's been a few seasons, and a lot of bad luck on my end, just involved in a lot of wrecks. And this season's been starting off on the right foot. A lot of top tens, and yeah, we showed some speed early. And I'll tell you what, though, I was nervous. Usually we don't have to plan for lots of green flag racing, and realizing about after the first pit stop, I realized that I'm going to have to save a set of tires. So that had me nervous, and it just worked out to where the next pit stop, on green flag pit stop, I just didn't take tires. And then after that, I just took right sides, then left sides, and I swapped back and forth, and it seemed to work out, and we saved about 3-4 laps of fuel to make it without having to pit, and somehow stayed in front of the carnage there at the end.
Well, congratulations, man. It's great to see you back in the winner's circle once again. Hopefully we can see it definitely again this season. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Just all my teammates, my brother Josh and Brad. We did this McKB Sports this season for the first time, and we work really well together. And we usually just pride ourselves on having fun. And so anytime we can actually pull a win out is awesome. And then of course our teammates here, IT out, Caleb especially, for all the hard work he's did on the off season, getting these awesome looking McKB sports cars ready to go. Can't thank him enough.
Well, they definitely
Hey,
look great.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Well, as we move on to our next driver, we expect to see McCabe back out here again, but we are going to move on to Cameron Craighead, already taking a win this season and taking another podium. It must feel good to come out on a podium, especially for the chaos after tonight.
Yeah, it does. Especially right there at the end. I've never wanted to get on a podium or win ever in my life as bad as I did right in the last 5 or 10 laps. But it was a good race. It was a long one, really filled with race strategy because we didn't really have enough tires to make it to the end. So, trying to figure that out with my teammates, and it was good racing all race, and I will say Michigan is a really fun track, and I'm glad we raced there tonight, and I had a blast.
Well, you definitely looked good out there doing it, sitting there door banging back and forth with Malone for quite a few laps. We honestly thought that was going to be the problem, but it wasn't. There was another incident behind you guys that called the caution, separated you guys a little bit, and then you got back together. But unfortunately, just Malone going around right there at the end and giving you the second place. It's great to see you back out here again and coming from the, obviously Truck Series Championship and bringing home a trophy there. We look forward to maybe possibly seeing you out here this season.
Yeah, it is tricky. I mean, I respect racing and door banging. It's fine. I door banged him first out of the corner, and he gave it back. But I feel like he went a little bit too far with it, and I am a rookie here, but I'm not going to get pushed around, and I still deserve as much track and everybody else. So that's my viewpoint on it.
You did,
and
yeah, you deserve that. You did a good job. Congrats, man.
yeah.
Absolutely. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
I want to thank Race Labs, my premier sponsor. I want to thank Walter Sahaidik for the paint scheme. I want to thank Skidmark Motorsports and all my teammates who race every night. And I want to thank you guys for the broadcast, and the admins, and Austin for race controlling. And thank you guys.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you out in the winner's circle again this season.
Alrighty.
Last but not least, unexpected, Campbell coming out of nowhere with a podium, third place. Campbell, you were racing all night, couple incidents during the race. You were able to make it back up through. Just amazing job tonight, man. How's it feel?
Oh, dude, absolutely crazy. Like, I think on, lap 110, 115-ish, I had, 4.5 minutes of damage. I was able to get it all fixed. I had one restart where I went up from, 26th to 12th. And then it's like, okay, I've got a shot. And then they all wrecked in front of me right there on the last lap. And I was like, okay, stayed in it. And I was like, holy shit, I'm in third place.
It was incredible.
Yeah, it was good. And
Well,
like I said, man, it's been at least 2 seasons since I finished top 3. So I'm tickled to death to be third.
No, I'll tell you, every time I'm up there getting an interview, I feel like I did something good that night. So congratulations, man, on coming up and coming out with the third place finish. And I really expect, you've done a lot this season and last season, and extremely fast car tonight. So congratulations, man. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's race?
Yeah, just the Jordan and Randy over at we changed team name. Honestly, never mind Motorsports. And of course my wife for letting me play silly video games on a Thursday night.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming out, and we look forward to seeing what you can do for the rest of the season.
Heck yeah, man. It's fun.
Absolutely. And thank you all for being here tonight for the Lakeside Lightning 300 GEC eNASCAR NPC Cup Series. We expect a lot more hard racing for the rest of the season. This is only race 4, so we'll see what happens for the rest of the season. We'll see you all next time here at GEC eNASCAR.
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here.